they obviously pulled the covers off and got out again, and we actually at Nismo at that point, Nismo TV, and which is really exited the pits, and we could see it come out and sounding fine, so they were running full song, but Sam just told me that they had a puncture not so long ago and lost some places.
They did as well, so it all kind of conspired. Once it had gone away from them, then everything fell on them as well, the kitchen sink too. Number 14 Porsche, which had a chance of a podium shot after earlier delays, gearbox problem with that. We heard that Mark Lieb was saying he was in fourth, he couldn't get fifth, and the team called him into the pit lane. At that stage, Mark Cole, an hour and 20 minutes. A modern high-tech car is probably never going to make it all that distance with just one gear.
No, probably not, but they've got getting that car out for the final couple of laps. Remember, there is still a rule here at Le Mans that you must do the final lap within a certain time. I'm just seeing if we can see what that time is now. It changed last year, but anyway, there is a limit on how long you do that last lap to be classified. So what they need to do is get that car out now so they can get 2 final laps in.
Well, 6.5 minutes they have got, and the question remains to see whether it will actually go round. You've got to give it a shot. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If you leave it on the pit lane, it certainly doesn't. If you give it a shot, it might. There is our GTE AM leader. And I'm afraid everybody is going to be sniffly at the end of the race because of the emotion in that story. So many Danish fans here, and Alan Simonson's tragic loss at the beginning of last year's race really kind of cast a long shadow over the whole event, and I'm sure the team will feel that it is a fitting tribute to him for them to be able to claim victory here. And the way that it has worked looks a couple of times as though it might have robbed them of that victory this morning, but they have battled on and still lead the class.
Yes, that final lap incidentally has to be completed in a minimum of 6 minutes.
Yeah. Well, we've got 6 minutes remaining, and 5 seconds, so the Porsche better get out the paddock, out of the pit lane fairly quickly. Here's our GTE Pro leader, Gianmaria Bruni. And Tommy, again, this year, there's not a class where it hasn't been absolutely everybody beating each other up. There's been no cruising here.
It's been amazing, the pace, hasn't it? I mean, also, I think across the field, these cars have been trying to run this year, particularly with very, very low aero. I mean, and that makes it very tricky. So there's been a lot of really good driving, from a lot of the drivers out there. So yeah, but I know, looking at the P2 entry, for example, at the beginning of the race, I couldn't pick a winner out of that.
Yeah.
There was just an excellent field there, across the field, really. Obviously, it'll be nice to see more P1 cars, to be honest, wouldn't it?
Well, we're going to get Nissan next year, so we will have your wish come true, and who knows, once it starts to build ahead of steam. You need a shop window like this, and this has been just such an excellent shop window for sports car racing, for Le Mans. The weather, okay, little bit of a twist in the first couple of hours for some drama, but after that, flat out racing for 22 hours, and still we have got battles covered by a few seconds out on the track. With the number 2 car coming towards the final lap here at Le Mans. So our thanks to Tommy Erdos for joining us in the booth for the final few minutes of Le Mans. Former winner in the LMP2 category, of course, so he knows exactly how it feels to be in the shoes of Jota Sport. And Sam Hancock, we've got to get you in because it's always an emotional time at the end of the race. Win, lose or draw, everybody is high on emotion and low on sleep.
Sure.
So, I mean, you know everybody, Sam Hignett, Simon Dolan, all these guys in the team so well, the mechanics, the tyre engineers and everybody. This is a small, tightly knit operation. What exactly is this kind of magnitude of win going to mean?
This is huge. This is everything that all the boys and girls have worked on at Jota for a long time. I first joined them, I first experienced their potential way back in 2005 when I guested in their Cytec P1 car at Turkey, and they were small, and it was half local guys volunteering their time and considerable abilities. And they just had so much potential. So when I found Simon, we had the opportunity to bring somebody sensible and driven and funded to Jota and start to build this team up to what we've got today. It was a really fantastic chance. And, I'm not at all surprised to see them about to